Welcome back. This go round, I'm going to take a look at an interesting fighting game, and my inspiration comes from none other than mcpentland or Marty, and he put up kind of like a demo vid on this game, Art of Fighting, and it actually encouraged me to actually do an overview on it, because I did an overview on the sequel. Now, basically, Art of Fighting put a lot of interesting concept into the fighting genre. Basically, it gave us the zoom in, zoom out feature with the camera. It gave us like facial damage to the characters. It basically also gave us like the super death blows, or like the super special moves that you go into when your life goes down. And a lot of these elements that came from this game started to become the norm in the majority of fighting games as the fighting game genre progressed. So there's some of the decent things that came along with it. And this is part of SNK's first entries, among the first entries into the 100 Mega Shock series. This game is rated at 102 megs, and it came out in 1992. Basically, the plot revolves around Ryo Sakazaki's sister was kidnapped by a guy named Mr. Big. Robert Garcia goes with him to find her, because the sister that was kidnapped, Yuri Sakazaki, is his girlfriend. So they basically set out to go and find this individual, and once you defeat Mr. Big, you actually come to fight an unknown enemy called Mr. Karate, and then the sequel leads into is that Mr. Karate actually is Ryo Sakazaki's father. So if there's any spoilers, there you go. But the thing is that the combat is basically a punch, a kick, and a hard button, which kind of acts as sort of like a throw. So let's just get into this, and so you don't have to hear too much babbling. Alright, fuck. I don't know, I'll go for easy. I haven't played this game in a while. Alright, story mode. Basically, you'll see the controls and all. The one thing that you'll notice is that the huge standout is the character side. Now, when I was a youngster in the arcade, seeing these character sprites, they were fucking incredible. You can only select 2 characters. That's one of the bad points about this game. But the character sprites and the sound were absolutely fucking dynamic. So here you get into the little storyline. Here you face off against Toto, who actually his daughter will be in the King of Fighters series and the 3rd installment of Art of Fighting. So yeah, basically as you can see the dramatic camera effect, which is actually really cool. And the thing is that it adds an actual element of depth. It gives it kind of like that 70s, 80s type of martial arts type of feeling. And basically, actually, the game's plot actually takes place, I think, kind of like in this late 70s, 80s, because this is kind of like the prequel to the Fatal Fury series. And the thing is that you learn more about that as you go into Art of Fighting 2. Oh shit, I can't. And another thing that brought into this game, though it's kind of hard to concentrate doing this, is the spirit meter. Now that spirit meter, you see that greenish bar at the top of the screen. Basically, it's kind of like your chi. And the thing is that you can lose it by what they call a provoke type attack. And the computer can do it, you can do it, and you charge a button, A, B, C, whatever, to charge it up. So you can gain it back. And you have bonus rounds that can give you more chi, health, and the super death blow. So basically, that's kind of like what's in here. And as you see, you just keep on going through the game and all. Now, I've talked about some of the nicer elements to this game. Well, one of the shittier elements to this game is one, the lack of characters. That's number 1. You only select from 2 in the normal story mode. So that blows ass, because Street Fighter 2, as old as that game was, it only had 2 it had 8 characters. Here it's only 2. So the thing is that that's really shitty. 2, the controls are very stiff. I mean, I understand that they're trying to focus a little bit on realism of creating, like, you know, kind of like a Samurai Showdown type of effect where you have, how would they say, it's like kind of trying to focus on realism, not so much combos, but trying to have like more of a realistic type of view or a feel to the game. But the controls are quite stiff and needed more animations. So basically that's kind of it, because it really comes down to the characters and the control scheme. I mean, then you have the fucking brutal difficulty. From what I understand, I've reports from people who can't even get past Jack over here. That's how difficult the game is, that you cannot get past the second character, which is ridiculous. And believe it or not, the difficulty continued into the second game. So, and I think the second game is way harder in my opinion. The thing is that turns off a lot of people, because it's one thing that you have a lack of characters, and let's say the control was kind of sketchy, but the fact of the matter is you're having the difficult AI is what really kind of fucks this game over. That's the thing that I think is really bad. What the fuck? I'll go for the Ken and all. And you'll see these. You'll see them like in the Art of Fighting and what do you call it? Like in the King of Fighters type of thing. So you do the blow thing here. If I can get it out. Now, as you can see, the controls and all, fuck, aren't exactly great. Okay, that should do it. So the thing is that the controls are pretty hard to kind of get out, and a lot of the death blows are really hard. And in order to achieve a lot of these death blows, you know, your life meter and all, your spirit meter has to be fully engaged and all that shit. Has to be like full all the way. This is probably one of my favorite backgrounds because it's extremely colorful, it's neat, it's pretty rich in color. So I actually kind of like it. But basically this game is like one of these kind of wait type of games. You can't rush into it. Boom, knocks them out. So you gotta give the time. See, that's the problem with this game. It's not like a Street Fighter where you can go right into the enemy. You have to wait for the enemy to strike. Once you've blocked the strike, then you go into it. So that's where I said it kind of has that, like that little martial arts type of thing. And which can actually be very much of a turn-off to a lot of people, because it's just, you're just wait and see type of thing, which can get boring as fuck. And frustrating. As you see, he tried to gain his energy back. You have to be careful when you're trying to gauge and get your energy back, because that shit can leave you open. Fuck. Boom, hit him. But yeah, the thing is that now the next question is that did this game come out on various other platforms? Hell yeah, did it. I mean, there's just too many names. Everything from PlayStation 2 compilations to the Super Nintendo, the Sega Genesis. I actually had the Super Nintendo version. I think it even came out for the PC Engine, PSP, Virtual Console, all sorts of shit it came out for. I'll probably give it this last round. And as you see right here, you're facing off King, who will be a formidable opponent, and probably be one of my favorite characters, and actually a lot of people's favorite characters. And she, you know, this is where she develops kind of like her affinity for Ryo. But the thing is that I would definitely give this game a try, because given for what it was, it's one of those unpolished type of games where the thing is that it's kind of like Fatal Fury. It had a lot of nice concepts, but it was just unpolished, and eventually the series got better. And that's something you gotta really respect. See the boobs? The thing is that you gotta really respect about the game. I mean, it tried to do a lot of different things, but it just needed more polish, and basically they kind of rushed it out to kind of show the power of the system. And in actuality, the Capcom character Dan Hibiki, or Biki, actually kind of originated from this, because Capcom was insulted that they felt that they ripped off their characters, like Ryu and Ken. So the thing is that that's where he came out, whereas SNK turned around and actually considered it a form of flattery. So it shows you they were actually good sports about it and all. So, you know, but that's just kind of like a little side note to the game. I'm going to see if I can try and get this. I need these. There we go. There we go. We got that shit right there. Alright then, like I said, I'll end it out with a little bit of maybe another match, just give you a little bit of idea, because some people, it is very hard, the game, and the thing is that it is kind of hard to progress through and all, but if you put your time into the game, it can be done. Alright then, I'm just going to leave you with a little bit more gameplay, and I'm out of here. Alright, take care. I hope you enjoyed. I'm out.